Hey guys, it's Bia here, and today we're back with another video. So, not this week, because there's more than one video this week. Today's video is about observational research. Now, on my last going to uni video, where I talked about secondary and primary research, etc, 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 you can go watch that video. Link will be in the cards somewhere up here. I don't remember which side it is. I think it's this one. Not sure. In that video I spoke about those, and in your primary research you can have observational research, which for me is actually a very new thing. So I decided to go out there and do it to prove to you guys that it is useful and it is beneficial. So essentially what observational research is you literally go into the you go out there. I went to Westfield, which is a shopping centre near where I live in West London, and I literally sat down for half an hour in front of 4 different stores to count how many people are going into the store, how many people are coming out of the store with the bag, how many people coming out without a bag, and is it more of women, is it more of men that are going in. Now, I did do a little mistake. I'm already reflecting on this, by the way, you guys. And my mistake is that I went, well, I can't really do any other time, but if you guys can, please do it. I went in the morning around 11 in the morning until 2 p.m. to do this experiment. And that time, it was also during the week, which means that time, not everyone's available. Everyone who's working a 5 to 9 job is not available. What I'm saying is people who have other commitments during the week time would not be available. So the people that went into the store might be skewed. So I feel like the reason that's why maybe I got more older people in the pool of people that went into those stores is because maybe they're already pensioners, maybe they don't have as many things to do during the week, so they just go shopping. So that's just the reason why I feel like my timing wasn't right. Again, you can do the same experiment in different times of the week and different times of the day to get a wider variety and more accurate data from this experiment. The reason why we are observing these stores, now for what I've done COS, I've done Ralph Lauren, I've done All Saints, and I've done Ted Baker. Those are the 4 different stores that I watched. I spoke to the people working there, and I'm doing a current analysis on prices and how everything reflects and who went into the store, how did the store look like. The reason why we're doing this, I'm sure going back to my original point, is that we're trying to understand the competition. Now, I put these 4 stores as though they are my competitor stores. Another thing which is very interesting is that these stores were all next to each other in the shopping center, except for All Saints, which is further down. But Ralph Lauren, COS, and Ted Baker were all next to each other, indicating that they might be all targeting a very similar type of person that will shop at a similar type of price point. Hence why they're all in the same place in Westfield. So that's another thing that you guys can think about when you're doing your research for whatever store you're doing. What are the adjacent stores? What are the stores in front of them? What is around it? How does it look like? Another thing you can observe in this research is how do the stores look like? How do the people that are going into the store look like? And how do they behave? Is there anything specific that they do? Is there anything that you think relates to each person that is going there? Now, again, this is why you have to do this experiment a few times. The reason why we do this experiment, going back to our original point without getting sidetracked, is that we're trying to understand our customer, their behavior, their intentions, what they like, what they don't like, and understand how they shop. So I did see a lot of people going from one store to the next one to the next one there, and then after they just walked off. So clearly they're going there for this store, this store, this store, and then they leave. Another thing you can analyze. So I am gonna bring you guys to my little trip. Although I didn't record that much, I'm just showing you guys what I did, and then I'll come back and I will talk about the results. So guys, what you would do is you would walk up to whatever store that you're interested in, and then you just stand outside. Now it can be a creep and just stand there. For example,
if I wanted to figure out how many customers they are getting, I might stand on the side here, you see here, and just have a notepad and book and just start taking notes. If possible, obviously you guys can find a place to sit. Now here obviously there's nowhere to sit, which is a problem, but yeah, that's what we can do. But anyways, I'll show you what I'm gonna do in a second. I wanna find a store and I'm gonna do a demo for you guys. So right now I'm sitting in front of All Saints, and what I've been doing is I've done a little chart. So I have men, I have women, and then I have leaving with a bag and leaving without a bag, as I said before. I've noted down what time I've been here, and then I have made some notes of the type of people that I've seen going in. So either how they dressed, how old they are, if they're a couple, if they're single, whatever. Also, that security guard's been looking at me weird because basically I've been sitting here for the past hour just looking at the store, so you might just be, thinking I'm going to steal something. I'm not sure. Anyways, back to what I was saying. What you need to do is essentially sit there and observe and take notes of everything that you see.
Okay, so now that we are back, that was very quick, very short. I did have to spend my time actually doing the work, which is doing the research and talking to the people. A thing I want to say is doing this experiment has allowed me to understand the products of the competition better. Now, this is classified as primary research, but what you can do as something that backs this up is a pricing matrix, which I can talk about in another video. It is very, very simple. Essentially, all you do, figure out what are the entry price points for each store and what are the high-end ones. So you can do this for specific garments types. So for example, just coats and jackets. Do another category for accessories. Do another category for tops. Do another category for bottoms. That's what I've done. And then from there you can get your data and then you can compare the different stores, and then this would allow you to figure out, for example, if these are my competitor stores, this will allow me to understand what kind of price points I have to set for my products that I am selling. So by understanding the competition price points, I know that if they're going to put at that price point, that means people are buying it at that price point, which means I can put at that price point if I am targeting the same type of people. Make sense? So going back to my conclusions here, one thing I wanted to talk about is how the stores look like. All of them looked quite different. All of them attracted similar types of people. I did see the same people literally go from All Saints. I lost them because I spoke to the person, left, and then while I was in Ralph Lauren, they entered the store. So they literally went from All Saints, they walked all the way to Ralph Lauren. And by the way, I spent quite a long time there trying to speak to the sales assistants and so on and asking them for information, which is something you have to do because that's where I got the most valuable information, more than just sitting down. Although sitting down did make me understand a few things about people going in there. It was a little boring, but it's good research. Also, you can see how they interact with their customers. Where are their tills, how is everything organized, what is the location of each part of the room, like where are the fitting rooms, where are the male clothes, the females, how are they mixed, what is in the center, how they display the outer advertisements. Very important. Again, if you guys want to know more about this, I just got this book. Video will be in the description, in the cards. It has some explanations on why things are situated and explained how they are placed to attract different types of people and how to make them walk around the store in specific ways. Very, very tricky mind games that they play with us. And then the social media and so on, which is something that comes up as a secondary research, but again, into your competition. So, here we go. I'm going to explain to you guys some of the research and the things I found out. All Saints, it's a bit out there from the other ones, but I did include it. Their adjacent stores is Diesel and Armani Exchange. The competition that is situated next to the store, again, explains to us. This is just me giving you the example, by the way. So the competition that is next to it explains to us what kind of person might go into that store. So there's in the whole time I sat there for half an hour, only 3 people shopped in the store. And all of them were young girls. I say girls, but they're probably in their 20s. But young people, but they're all female. Okay? They were the only ones that purchased from the store. What else did I find out? It was very street style. It was very casual, the people that went in there. No one was overly dressed. No one was very, extra. There was a lot of couples going in there, old couples, as I said, but this might be skewed. So as again, younger women. And one thing interesting, they positioned the sparkly, dressy type of clothes in the front to attract the customers. So again, this gives us an idea for our own store, if we were doing this for our own brand. How did they position their stores so we can do something similar, see if it works and if it doesn't work. The adverts are for a very, very young look, and if you guys don't know, apparently the models that they use are very young, like way too young, like 14, 15, 16-year-olds are their models for their catwalks. So that is a little bit of a problem, but I'm not going to go into that. And that's the kind of image that they try to portray, a very, very young brand. That's what they portray in the adverts, especially on the outside. Picture is right here. So that explains to you what kind of people they're trying to get to. Okay, although it attracts older people as well. They had their autumn colors at the back, mix of old and young customers. And then after speaking to the sales assistant, she essentially said people that come in, they're very mixed. Same for every store. Mostly they go in there for coats and the jackets. Again, they are known for their leathers, so of course that's why people are gonna go there. But she did say they would buy anything and everything, but mostly those. So what the brand is known for. And then women are going in for the party looks and jackets. That's what they said mostly. Men are going for t-shirts. One thing that I did realize is that after speaking to every single store is that, one, people go into those stores to buy the classics. Although these stores have the collections coming and going, the thing that every single sales assistant said is that people go there for the classics always. That's the thing that sells most. They go for the classics. They go for the black and the camel color. When I went to Ralph Lauren, they said that they would go for the Oxford shirts. Literally the thing, they have a whole wall of Oxford shirts at the back. So the customers go in for the classics. So when you're making your own brand, think about what is it that you want to create as a classic. Keep it in every collection. Whatever is the classic, keep it. Because that's what's going to bring the customers every single time. You don't have to change it too much. Keep it very, very simple. Something that people can buy. They can keep and mix with other clothes. Very, very important. These are things that keep on making the money whilst you get to experiment with other things around it. So that's a very big point which I learned in this experiment. Another thing is just that in every store they had their own feel. Completely different. I felt completely different in the way I walked around all the stores. The layout was completely different. So I guess this has to do with each store and how they have their values and what they want to portray to the customer. Of course, COS is about being very simple, and Ralph Lauren is about more of a homey feeling and family and everything. So when you're going to do your research, think about what are those brands trying to convey to the customer that is very specific, and how are you going to be different from them. Clearly all of them have their unique style and unique it's like emotion, a unique emotion they want to get out of you. So what emotion do you want to get out of your customer when they come to your store? There's another thing of this observational research that you guys have to do. Be attentive to the small things that you see. I saw that lady go from one store to the other store to the other store. Maybe you can look at that person and think, what is it that is making what is it that is making them go from one to the other? What kind of person is that? And if all of these stores are the competition and this specific person's going there, you know this is the kind of person that you want to target your branding too. So think about how they live, how they act, and whatever you gathered from your research. If is it that mostly women buy from this, are you gonna target more towards women in your advertising? What age group is buying more from them? Ralph Lauren, he said, the sales assistant said that it was mostly the older people that are buying from there. So thinking about who you're selling to, who are your competition selling to, so you can target those same type of people, again with your unique point and your unique style, and still adhering to their needs. And back to the back counts and everything, that just kind of showed me how many people are going in and actually buying, to show me what is the conversion rate. Because for most of these stores, literally, they had, for example, All Saints had how many people go in? 5, that's 22. 22 people went in, 3 purchases in half an hour. That's less than like every minute and a half, not even, it's like between a minute and a half you're getting a person coming in, but it's for every 10 minutes of someone being in that store they're making a sale. So that was not a very good conversion rate, but to be honest, that's a lot for a lot of them. Ted Baker, there was 2 sales, only 2 bags I saw coming out of that store in that whole time. And they had less people go in, you see. So it's not just about, oh my god, they only made 2 sales, but they made 2 sales and there was less people going into the store. So if there was more people going into the store, does that mean they would make more sales than All Saints? So we have to think about these conversion rates and how that shows later on. So yeah, this is a lot of details that I can go through with you, type of people that go in, and etc. You do this for yourself, whatever you want to start your brand on. If you're doing something more athletic, maybe you want to go and sit down in front of Nike or Adidas and you just want to watch what person is going into that store. And afterwards, when you have all of this information from the salespeople and observation, you can put it together, go online and search up the prices of the competition, use that as a secondary research and put these 2 together. Now you know more about the competition. This is the starting point to getting to know more about your customer. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have anything you want to know, anything else you're interested in. I will keep on making these videos, these small short videos on how to do these small different things. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel like everybody else that's doing it. Thank you so much if you have already subscribed. It is very, very important to me because it shows me that I'm doing a good job and that you're enjoying the videos, you're finding them useful. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you leave. And if you want to watch any other videos, they are in the cards and in the comments. And in the description. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!